I'm just failing at all the electronic stuff today. Oh my goodness.
When we were sending you the link, right on Karen's first email was a free downloadable PDF for a gratitude mind map, which is very appropriate because today we're talking about gratitude
Yes.
and ways to express it.
All right, let's see here. How do I download this? Well, it must be going to take a minute for me to get it. I was going to print it off.
You know, when I was looking through everything, that was one of the biggest things that I saw was to write it down.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there is a link between memory
Hey, Flynn.
and writing.
Hey, bud. How's your day going, huh?
This is one thing that I am grateful for, although right now he's being demanding. Yes. Okay. All right. I feel like something's missing. That's better. At least
Well, I think
this side of my face is lit up.
I think I'm missing a few marbles. Okay.
Does that count?
Aren't we all like
what is it? A few fries short of a happy meal. I've heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
A few cards short of a deck. What are some other ways to say that?
I don't know.
I've done forgotten.
Yeah.
The hamster's wheel is spinning, but the hamster's dead or something like that.
That's morbid.
That's very morbid, but that's the one that popped in my head when you asked.
That reminds me though.
Oh yeah, lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah, lights are on.
Yeah, me and out one day, it's been some years back now, driving, and somebody had a bunch of pool noodles in their truck, and they flung out. And he's like, "Oh, look, somebody lost their pool noodles." And I said, "Well, it's better than losing your marbles." Right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's sad.
Yeah.
To lose all your pool noodles? Yeah. All right. Welcome to Sister Sharpens Sister. If you couldn't tell by the conversation, we're talking about gratitude today on the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Right?
Appropriate.
Very. So basically, this is just going to be a conversation between the three of us about ways to express gratitude, some things that can possibly be done, and yeah, things that we've ourselves have done in the past. So what's your favorite way?
My favorite way? I don't have favorites.
You've said this, yes.
Yes, I don't have favorites. I say thank you a lot.
Yeah.
I will, especially with my children, I'll tell them that I'm so thankful for them, and not just based on something that they do, just them.
Them there, yes.
Being them. And I do write things down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've written notes to people, leaving them on their computers or whatever, little post-it notes.
I've done that.
Yeah. So probably just based on that experience with myself, verbal and written are like my top two to go to. What about you, Dee?
Well, something I like to do occasionally, don't always do it with my family, but with other people I will, is like the thank you cards that you'd actually put in the mail.
Yeah.
It's a lost art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is a lost art.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain etiquette to it. Like, it's best to do it as quickly as possible. So within a day or two, you should be writing it and putting it in the mail.
Right. Yeah. So you don't forget.
Well, yeah, but if you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to send a thank you note to Karen, it's okay to go ahead and send it, even though it might be 2 months later. But it's better to do it quickly.
Yeah.
You know, and it's supposed to be a short little message, nothing real long and elaborate. But I've wrote thank you cards before and sent them to people for like invitations to Christmas parties and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's my aunt's one over there.
It is. This week, we just got a thank you note from a wedding that we attended.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
So
Yeah, weddings, either for attending the wedding or a gift that you
Yes.
gave or
it
something
was
like
for
that.
both. Yeah, it was for both.
I remember after high school graduation sending out thank you cards to people that had given gifts.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm not, it's funny. I like to write things down, but only for my personal use. Not very good at sending thank you notes.
Now, what about texting? Do you think that's as genuine?
In today's society, I've looked this up. Etiquette for thank you notes, a text is acceptable nowadays.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would appreciate a text if I did something for somebody.
Yeah. Somebody's going to say thank you to me, text me, call me, write me. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It is nice, but I will say that to actually get an actual thank you card in the mail speaks much more loudly as far as the etiquette and the true gratefulness of the person. If they took the time to buy the card, write a note, address the envelope, put a stamp on it, and put it in the mail, to me that speaks a higher volume than somebody sending out a text.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, it's more involved.
Yes.
More time consuming.
Very much more time consuming than just sending a text.
Yes, and I'm not saying I'm not grateful for texts. I'm not saying that, but if I were to compare them, I would think more highly of the thank you note or the card or
That's good to know, because something that I was thinking about when we decided last minute that we were going to talk about gratitude is everybody has I guess, to me, I think everybody has like a love language for gratitude that they like to get things from. So for me, and no offense if you send me a card, because I will still cherish it, but I ain't holding on to the thing. It's going to go in the trash.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're not sorry.
That's fine. And
that's
they
just
actually
like one more thing for me to hang on to when I already think I have to hang on to a bunch of other things. Whereas a text message is just in space, wherever it is. It's on my phone.
Right.
It doesn't.
Well, that makes sense, and that's basically the same thing that you're doing with a card. You're just scrolling on, but put it in the trash or something. Or if it's something you really love, then yeah, you can hold on to it. Or what I've seen is sometimes people will say take photos of them and keep photos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But there is like a certain qualm that I have about throwing cards in the trash every now and then. I'm like, ooh, should I keep it? Should I not?
I mean, if it does that to you, you should hold on to it until it doesn't make you feel that way.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just me getting in my own head about it, because why do I need to hang on to it?
Well, that's true. I do hang on to some things, like
birthday cards,
family. And I've held on to some Christmas cards as well, simply because like I still have the handwriting from a few of our family members that have passed away.
Yeah.
So like, to me, I think that's important.
Yeah.
But you don't have to hang on to every single one.
Right.
In order to have that.
What else? What about you? What's your
favorite way of expressing gratitude is probably verbal.
Verbal.
Yeah. Face to face. Thank you so much for whatever it was you did or whatever it was you sent. And then if it's somebody that I can't get face to face with, then I will either send a text message or send a note.
Oh, let's not forget emails. I mean, emails is another way.
Well,
yeah,
true.
Thank you.
I don't email very often.
Yeah, me either, but
the most recent emails that I've been doing is sending Dee Dee the link. I mean, that's all I've been emailing. I get all kinds of email.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't send a bunch of email. Well, other ways of expressing gratitude, especially during the holidays. Now, Shalon and I were talking about this a little bit briefly yesterday. Um, is outreach to the community, like during the holiday seasons.
Like volunteering and stuff.
Yeah, especially November and December. You
Mhm.
have people that reach out to the homeless, those that reach out to, and I will just use the phrase, biblical phrase of widows and orphans, people who need help.
Mhm.
Um, through donations of food and time and clothing and toys, especially. You got to
Mhm.
think about the toy drives that you see
Oh
around
yeah, Walmart
around
has
Christmas.
the angel tree up.
The angel tree, yeah. But what about the rest of the year?
Yeah.
I mean, you can express gratitude for the fact that you don't have to be in that situation. Maybe you volunteered a toy drive,
Mhm.
or you get a what we used to do when the kids were small was that whatever age our kids were, we had them pick an angel off the tree that was the same the same sex and around the same age. And then the kids would go buy toys, and that's what we would give. And then we would also buy like pajamas or socks or
Mhm.
a hat
Mhm.
and gloves, something like that.
Usable.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So you got a toy, you got usually a treat. We would get a treat like a Hershey bar, Reese cups, stuff like that, and
Mhm.
then something practical, clothing.
Mhm.
And that's what we did with the angel tree. And I feel like that's a good way to teach your children too.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you're helping make sure you're buying something that a child that age is probably going to like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
exactly.
on the tree now they actually have something listed that they're
They
requesting.
do. They
Mhm.
do. And a lot of times though, um, the children are requesting things like video game systems, laptops, tablets, things of that
Oh,
nature
I've not seen
that a
that.
lot of people can't afford.
Who can afford that? I mean, come on.
Yeah. I know one time our youngest son got a boy around his age, which was 10 or 11, and he wanted a PlayStation. I was like, well, we can't afford a PlayStation. But we did end up buying a handheld video game,
Mhm.
and that's what we got him instead.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah, gifts have gotten it's a lot more expensive than a couple Barbie dolls and a tractor
Mm.
trailer.
Yeah. The older they get too.
Yeah, yeah, like the babies, they go first on the angel trees.
Oh yeah.
Babies
Mhm.
go first.
Yeah, because it's so easy.
It is easy.
Oh,
Babies and toddlers, first ones to go. The last ones to go are those that are up in the preteen years.
preteen,
Mhm.
teenager years.
Teenagers, yep.
Yep.
Yep, those are the last ones that get gotten. And those are probably the first ones that I would tend to reach out to get now. We haven't gotten any the past couple of years because we've been strapped and constraints within our own family, plus the explosion of grandchildren we've had. But yeah, maybe this year or next year we'll start reaching out and doing that again.
Well, why don't we go in halfsies on one?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
And if this time of the year is the only time that you can um, chisel out a couple of hours to go, I don't know, hand out food at the homeless shelter, then by all means do it.
That is okay.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Especially if you live in a region that has cold weather,
Yeah.
you know, um, because these people they need food,
Mhm.
they need blankets and hats and scarves, and things of that nature. Now, one thing that you will see in town, and I don't know who does it, I've not done it, but somebody has been going around and putting in like a Ziploc bag, a hat, scarf, or one of the other, and some snacks, and they're either zip tying it or duct taping it to like the light poles downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a little tag on it that says, "If you need me, take me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lost. I'm free for whoever
Oh,
needs it."
that's so good.
Yeah.
Something that you said sparked another thing that I read about expressing gratitude. When you said that if this is the only time of the year that you can carve out time, one of the things that I saw was to actually set an alarm on your phone to remind you, what am I grateful for today?
Oh, yeah.
Because it is something that we get going and you just forget.
Yes. Got it.
It's hard to, it's a habit. It's a habit that you have to train yourself to do.
Right.
Yeah. And one of the suggestions that I saw was to set an alarm.
Oh, yeah. I'm queen of setting alarms to remind myself to do things. Smartphones are making stupid people. And you probably remember, and I know Dee Dee does, but used to be,
you could remember
everybody's phone number.
Yeah.
You could remember, I have a doctor's appointment at 3:00 on Thursday.
Yeah.
You know, you could remember that. I could.
Yeah.
I could do that.
I have certain phone numbers memorized, but
I've got mother's phone number memorized.
Not like when I was younger, for sure.
Like if I was out on the street and my phone wasn't working and somebody said, "Who do you want to call?" and the only person I had to call was you.
And my number is one of the easiest.
I do not know your phone number. I cannot remember it.
It just goes in succession.
I know. And like my youngest son that lives across a couple streets down, his phone number is like repetitive numbers.
Oh, okay.
But I never get them in the right order. I can't remember them. I can't remember the combination to his safe.
Well,
yeah. I need some of that ginseng and what's the other one that starts with a G? Ginkgo. Oh, that's funny.
I got a question. Do you remember other things? Are there things that you do remember that doesn't have to do with numbers?
As in
an example.
Well, I remember every Monday morning I have to get up and start working on editing the podcast.
Well, that's a good thing.
You know, but, I remember that.
I mean, if you're like, oh, I need to remember to get me some new socks because my socks are getting real thin. Would you remember to do that?
No, if I don't write it down on the store list.
Okay.
Yeah, that's old age creeping in on me.
Well, I was just wondering if it had an association with numbers as opposed to letters, but no, I guess not.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it's more numbers than it is letters.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we go work out. I know the time. I actually know the phone number for our church.
Okay.
And I can remember the phone number for the VA hospital because when I was in nursing, I cannot tell you how many times I called the VA hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just, 2121. That's the last 4 digits.
Something that I noticed sometimes too is I don't remember it, but if someone says it, I'll be like, oh, that's the phone number to so-and-so.
Yeah. Oh, it's
like it's in there, but I can't.
We were in Walmart and you had the list on your phone and we were going somewhere and I was telling Shalon, it's like, oh, this is sister time. And it was like a squirrel ran across in front of me. Oh, this is sister time. Toilet paper. Because we were going by the toilet paper aisle and we had forgotten to get it.
We forgot. Three things on the list. Could not remember the 3 things.
That's between the 2 of us.
but you know, when we got to the end, we were getting there. I was like, oh no, we didn't get this, and this.
Yep, you're right.
But it wasn't, in the moment as we're walking past the aisle, and there's one thing that bothers me is to have to backtrack in the store.
Yes.
I don't know why that bothers me.
It's irritating. Is it the extra steps?
Dee like, what's the big deal?
Dee orders everything online and just goes and picks it up.
Pretty much, unless I forget to get something, or if it's something that I don't really want them to pick out for me.
Yeah.
then I'll go get it
I
on my
don't
own.
trust somebody else to get my like fruits and vegetables.
My experience with Walmart, well, I was in Florida. My experience with Walmart and Instacart was always excellent.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, but Instacart shopped for you, right?
Yeah.
Because the Walmart down here has people that actually fulfill the orders.
Right.
Those
It's
Yeah,
the
aren't,
it's
same
grocery,
thing.
they're not
grocery
Instacart
pickup.
people, they're Walmart employees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's the same thing. Somebody
yeah.
else is going and picking out my groceries.
Well, yeah. The couple of times that I've done it through Kroger
Okay.
was I can't remember if it was tomatoes or green. No. It was the little tiny bell peppers.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Twice. I put them in the cart, went and picked them up, brought them home. They were moldy. Twice.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, that's on the person shopping, but it's also on Kroger for not
For not clearing out their
dressing their
vegetables.
shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing that I liked about Instacart was that they would communicate with you.
Yeah, you don't get that unless
would-
there's like, do you want a replacement for
Mm-hmm.
this because we're out of stock?
Well, yeah, I even had one be like, which one do you want?
Oh, took a picture?
Uh-huh.
How nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This person
It's
was
like,
really high on you see how many reviews they got and all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
that's good. That's a good personal shopper right there, though.
Yeah. So I
Mhm.
mean, Instacart, the people that I experienced in Florida were excellent.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Well, I don't live too far away from Instacart, but I'd have to pay an arm and a leg to get them to deliver to me.
Wait a minute.
So I don't
Really?
I don't do that. Yeah, they do deliver out this far because
Yeah. No.
they've come and actually tried to deliver groceries to me that were not my groceries, and I'm like, you're at the wrong house because they got
I will
lost.
say that I have had that happen though. Like I accidentally got someone else's bag.
Oh, no.
Like it was a bag that just had Raid in it, and I had not ordered Raid. So
Oops.
then I just text them and let them know, and then
Do they swing back by and get it?
Nope, the Instacart people are like, all right, go ahead and save that. That's yours, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That happened with Walmart once. As I did the grocery pickup, and I noticed when the person was putting the stuff in the trunk, because I don't get out, that it was kind of something heavy, but I don't know, occupied or whatever, didn't think anything about it. And when I got to the house, there was a big thing of water in there, and I'm like, I don't get water. My husband gets the water. And so I got in touch with the Walmart people and I said, what do you want me to do with this? I want to bring it back to you or, whatever I need to do. They said, just keep it.
huh.
Yeah.
Oh, one other thing that happened, I'm sorry, I know I just said that they were excellent, but the quality of the food was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I did ask for 8 bananas one time and had somebody deliver me 8 bunches of bananas.
Yeah. And that's something I wish they would do on the grocery pickup, to where when you order bananas, that you can tell them, I want at least 4 or I want 8 bananas in my bunch.
That's how it is in Instacart. You have to tell them how many you want individually. And
Yeah.
and
What did you do with all those bananas? Banana bread.
I ended up freezing them for smoothies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
a lot of bananas.
I told them, and they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry that happened," and they didn't keep them.
Oh my
I got to
gosh.
keep them. I'm like, okay.
Could you imagine what the Instacart person was thinking? It's like, what is this lady doing ordering 8 bunches of bananas? What's she gonna do with all these?
I know. It makes me wonder if there was a new person.
Oh, maybe. But you know what? I am grateful for the grocery pickup because I don't have to take the time out of my day to go in and do that.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm sure that a lot of people who cannot get out of their house, maybe they have agoraphobia or they physically can't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's an awesome thing to have.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Grocery pickup or delivery.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a good thing. One of the very few good things that actually came out of COVID.
Yeah.
Was that.
It's probably the only thing.
Well, yeah. What, buddy? I know. You're such a good boy.
What else do we have? What about, do you guys ever send gifts as thank yous?
I've never sent a thank you gift. I don't think so. I don't recall ever doing that.
Or or oh, okay, say for instance, people that I work with, I'm grateful for something that they did that was above and beyond what I expected them to do,
Hmm.
and I buy them lunch.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, I've done
Well,
that. I've
I've
bought
done
lunch
that.
and,
Yes.
I've
Done that.
bought coffee for Flynn's groomer.
Hmm.
We've taken her
Oh,
coffee and
you got some coffee?
yes,
Yes.
and I've done that. And the lady that cuts my hair, I've went and, brought her a drink before.
Hmm.
What about your postman or your garbage people?
I do leave Christmas cards for them. And
Okay.
it's usually got a gift card in it of either like somewhere where they can get a nice hot cup of coffee.
Yeah,
Like,
$5 Starbucks.
yeah, or McDonald's. McDonald's actually has good coffee.
They do have really good coffee. Hmm.
Yeah. So,
But now, see, I have done that. Like Shalom brought that up. I've done that before. Been,
yeah.
yeah.
Now I can never catch the garbage guys though to give them anything. I think I've done that once.
Yeah, you'd have to stake them out.
Yeah. And it was at the other house.
Secure it to the top of your trash can and put a big glaring note on it. Don't throw this away. This is for you, or something like that.
Dear sanitation engineer.
Merry Christmas.
I mean,
Take me.
I suppose you could.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they would see it.
If you put it like if you have a black trash can and you put it in a big white envelope and then you say sanitation engineer, this is for you, they would probably see it.
Yeah. I'll put it in a envelope or something this color.
Put a bow on
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That would catch their attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christmas bow or something.
yes.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Mhm.
Put it in an old Amazon box and duct tape it to the
The lid.
Yeah, wrapped up in paper. It'd have to be plastic paper, waterproof paper.
Oh
You'd
yeah.
have to be careful doing anything like that to make it too obvious because somebody may just drive by and pick it up.
Well, that's true.
So there is that problem. Because yeah, for your garbage people though, for some people they go to work and the garbage people come and they run at like 11:30 in the morning and we're at work.
Yeah.
Or they're really early in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, my garbage person's my husband, so
Do you send him thank you notes?
I don't send him any. I tell him thank you though.
I do send thank you texts to Arnie. I do almost every morning.
Hmm.
He will text me and say, I made it to work. Have a good day. Love you. And my response, the first sentence is usually, thank you for letting me know you're safe.
Hmm.
It's saved on my phone. So after I type out THA, all I have to do is go tap, 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 tap. And,
You've trained your phone to autofill that.
I have. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how often I use that.
I found on some of the research I did is to have like a gratitude jar to write down something you're grateful for and keep it in your jar.
Yeah.
And then either a certain time of the year, pull them out and read them. Or if there's a time when you're not feeling so good about yourself or you're thinking, oh gosh, people don't like me or whatever, get a little bit of depression going on, pull them out and read them.
Yeah. That's something I was the woman who used to run the we called it Pregnancy Solutions down in Florida, but it's the opposite of Planned Parenthood,
Right. Yeah.
where, they do an ultrasound for the mama, they'll do a free pregnancy test, they'll give you supplies and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. She, one thing that she told me was that when she first started this, the woman who was the director before her had a gratitude folder of like thank you notes and everything that
Oh,
people
wow.
would send.
Yeah.
And to just have that, because you're going to have days that you are just mold down to nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That can encourage.
Yeah, it can help boost your self-esteem or make you not be so depressed or feeling like you're in the blues or whatever.
Yeah.
That made me think of, and I believe New York or Philadelphia was the first place I heard about doing it. And it was a pizza place. where somebody would come in and they would buy a slice and then they pay for an extra one and write on a sticky note, it this is for
Mm-hmm.
you, or we appreciate you, or we're thinking of whatever, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you sign it and it goes up on a bulletin board. And if somebody is homeless or hungry and they come in and don't
Mm-hmm.
have any money, this guy
Mm-hmm.
tells them so you can get something off the board, and that's what they give them. So it cheese pizza,
Mm-hmm.
pepperoni pizza, whatever it is that they've paid for.
That's so cool.
Right. And
Isn't
that's
it?
also like when you're going through the drive-through and you pay for the person behind you.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, that happened to my husband. Somebody paid for his breakfast, I think it was,
Well, that's
once.
cool.
Tim did that just the other day.
We did it just the other day.
Yeah.
So that's
Me and
something.
my youngest son, when we were out, we paid for the coffee of the person behind us when we went through Seven Brew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to be careful though, because sometimes they're ordering like 12 coffees.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful when you do it. That's for sure. So if you got somebody behind you that's in a minivan full of kids, you probably don't want to pay for that.
Or maybe
Unless you
you
got to,
Or
do.
maybe you should.
Yeah.
maybe you should, but you got to have the cash in your account or
Yeah.
in hand to
Right.
do it. Just be sure you've got that.
Yeah. You know what I wonder if anybody's ever done is that instead of paying for the meal that they're getting, give me a $5 gift card. Now hand it to the person behind me.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that in grocery stores or Walmart. People would buy a gift card
Yeah.
and I've actually done this. They've handed it to the cashier and you say the next person who comes through the line use this.
How cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that a few years, like, gosh, probably 8 years ago.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
What
Maybe this-
about practicing gratitude when it is the hardest to practice gratitude?
Mm.
When you are in a situation that is stressing you out, it's giving you anxiety, you're worried about something,
Mhm.
whatever it is.
Well, I think one thing that might help with that is to take care of yourself. Like, be mindful of what you're doing and what you're thinking. Be mindful of what you're eating. Um,
How much
make
sleep you're getting.
right. So be mindful of yourself to help get you to a place that could help you be, more grateful.
I did run across a blog post that somebody had did, these different steps that you can do to express gratitude to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Shalon is thinking about something else.
Me?
Were you? When you were saying that, were you thinking about something else?
No.
Oh,
No, I was just putting it out there that in the times that we find it hardest to find something to be thankful for is probably the most important time to do so.
Mm-hmm.
oh, apparently I didn't save the link. I only saved 3 links.
One of the places that I went, and this is a Reader's Digest article.
I
I
used to
used
read
to
it.
love Reader's Digest.
Yeah, me too. When it was actually in my hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the benefits of gratitude is what it does to us physically.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yes.
Yeah. And stronger immune system, sharper memory.
Mm-hmm. Karen,
For memory.
there you go.
That's exactly what I need to be more grateful.
Are we not thankful enough? Reduces perception of chronic pain.
Now that, yes, that's one of the things that they have told my son that lives down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want his name mentioned. But yeah, that's one of the things that somebody had mentioned to him is to keep gratitude journal.
Yeah. And we saw something just the other night that said that on a brain scan, if a person takes time to pray,
concentrated prayer for 12 minutes
for 8 weeks,
mm-hmm.
they can actually see the results. They're measurable physically on a brain scan.
I just got chills. You know what that means?
Isn't that cool?
That means I got to start doing that.
They're also saying that it lowers risks of heart disease, some cancers, lifestyle diseases, higher quality of sleep.
Whoop. She's looking at me because Friday night I went to bed around 4 a.m. and last night I went to bed at 5 a.m. Yeah, and I don't sleep well.
Oh, here's one. Greater ability to forgive others and yourself.
Ooh, and yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And better ability to prioritize and manage your time. Just from being thankful.
That might come from the fact that you would have to set an alarm to remind yourself to do your gratitude practice.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Hey,
You know, you can also do like a small thing, like giving a compliment to someone you don't even know, like someone you see in a store, and you'd say, "Oh, that's a lovely color on you."
Doing that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's a lovely color on you, or something like that.
Yeah. I see. I see a shirt. I see a pair of pants or whatever that I'm like, oh, I love your shirt.
Yeah, pocketbook, coat. Yesterday we were at Cracker Barrel and I commented this lady's coat.
She had a plaid coat, went down to her knees. It was very pretty.
It was very pretty. And you know something else, Didi, you said something small to show gratitude. And I usually start doing this at Halloween. I haven't done it until just the other day. And I can't put them out yet because Thanksgiving's not over. But paint rocks and leave rocks out in just random places for people to find.
Yeah, make them smile, make them happy, and you can also just smile at people.
Yeah, smiling works.
That's huge.
See, that looks more like a bush than a tree. Ooh, this is my favorite one though. Of course, I might not have done a very good job on it. What does that look like to you?
It's good.
Can you see it?
I can't tell. Is it a volcano?
Volcano? That's a bell. It's a jingle bell.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah. I see it now. Yeah. Well, the thing at the top I thought was the opening of a volcano. I'm still writing my story, okay? And I've got stuff on the brain, so.
Oh, that's okay. I tell you what, there was a volcano eruption in Iceland not too long ago.
Did not know that.
Yeah, like within the past week, 10 days, something like that.
Okay.
Reykjavik. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. So
no, that's the place in Journey to the Center of the Earth. The original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. We got to go there now.
Did anybody come out of the volcano and land in the ocean?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, I like that movie.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Something else that I read was to tell yourself that you're going to be thankful. Like prepare yourself before anything. Like that could be something that you do first thing in the morning.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be thankful today.
Yes. And then when your alarm goes off.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to be thankful today.
Because it's a way to get it in your head.
It is to develop the habit of doing it.
Yes.
And repetitiveness is the way to do that.
And it takes more than 21 days to develop a habit usually.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the person.
I've not met anybody that
could develop a habit in 21 days.
21 days.
I am not that person.
I'm not either.
Give me 180 days and I still haven't developed a habit. Because just 1 or 2 days of missing and I've slid all the way back down that hill.
Yeah.
That I was climbing.
Yeah. I mean, how old are my children? And I still have to remind them to brush their teeth.
Mindful presence. Like if you're out having coffee with somebody, be there in the conversation. Don't let your mind wander.
Yeah.
You're focused on them and your conversation.
Well, I think people are grateful for someone who's not going to sit there and look at their phone while you're trying to talk to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was somebody, I saw it on Instagram and I can't remember who it was, but he said, a lot of people do is that they'll go out to lunch or dinner with somebody and they'll take their phone and turn it face down and lay it on the table. but it's still laying on the table, which means that you're paying attention to it. So leave it in your pocket or your purse.
Leave it in your car.
I can't leave mine in my car.
Well,
I'm physically tied to my phone because of the Dexcom that I wear.
right.
So it has to be within 20 feet of me.
That tracks your blood sugar, in case you don't know what that is.
Yeah. So within 20 feet, like I can leave it in the kitchen and come in here and I'm fine. But I can't leave it in here and go to my bedroom because then it will start screaming at me in 15 minutes.
The cat's up on the couch.
Oh, I see.
Look at him. He gets up on the back of the couch like a cat.
Yeah.
Oh no. Sit still. There we go.
Yeah.
He's so funny. One of the things that I found, what site is this? Transitioningyourlife.com. 12 ways to show gratitude. 12 unconventional ways to show gratitude. And the first one that was listed is craft a gratitude journal with a twist. Says keeping a gratitude journal is a well-known practice, but if you're tired of writing the same things again and again, such as listing your children, your husband or your wife, your job, your hobbies, etc., be a bit more explicit in your thanks and notice something unique about an event that might be fun to remember. Like, my kids took turns playing with a whoopee cushion for 15 minutes straight today.
Yeah, the information I had on the gratitude journal was to be very specific.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And another one that she had is to create a gratitude board. You know, like how people will have a vision board, but this is a vision board in the opposite direction, but to be grateful for what you've already got.
Well,
you could do that and put it on the mirror where you get ready in the morning. Like before you go to bed, put something up on the mirror. That way you're seeing it every morning when you get up. I'm grateful for this. And then change it out. Like make little notes and pin it on there some way, tape it or whatever.
Yeah.
And you'll see it every morning when you get up and you're brushing your teeth, you'll see it.
Yeah. Sticky notes. You could actually take your sticky notes, put them up on the fridge, put them up on the mirror for 7 days in a row, then take them down and actually
put those in a book.
Put those in a book.
Put those in a book. He's right in front of my face.
Yeah. And then start again.
This made me think of what God's word says when they're told to make a memorial about something that had happened.
Oh yeah, that's like where they used to stack stones when they were traveling.
Yeah, and make an altar. But this could be that kind of a board thing could be your way of doing that.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Another way that you could express gratitude, and this is something that you could do all year long, is to take 30 minutes out of your day or 30 minutes a week and go to the animal shelter and walk a dog or play with the cats.
Or clean
the cages, feed them, wash the bowls, do some laundry, maybe even sweep the lobby.
Sure.
Whatever it is that they need help with.
That's volunteering.
Yeah. I mean, if you're an animal lover, that's what I'm trying to get my youngest son to do, is to like volunteer and do something. And this is what one of his doctors has told him. This is, to get out of your house, find something that you're willing to do and go do it.
And that's the thing with all these suggestions about practicing gratitude is you need to find the one that you're going to do.
Yes. It's just like exercise or diet.
Just like working out. The best one is the one that you're going to do.
Yep. We've already talked about this, but random acts of kindness is one on her list. And she also has show your gratitude by making personalized art. So maybe you sew and you could embroider Yeah, embroider somebody's name on a shirt.
Your
What'd you say?
volcano rock.
A volcano rock, yeah. Let's say to donate money in someone else's name. Now I've done that before, but this is after someone's passed.
Yeah, how would they know?
Well, they send a card. They send a card out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Arnie and I have done this when people within the church have passed away. If they had a favorite ministry, or if they had something specific, we would donate
Yeah.
in memory of them.
Gideon's
and then
Bibles.
yeah, and the family gets a card.
Yeah.
She says, list what is absent. And here she's talking about, you list the people that you are grateful for, that you love. But what about listing people who are not in your life any longer, like a friend that was leading you down a bad way? I am grateful that so and so is no longer in my life. I mean, I could see how that would be beneficial if you've just come out of a bad relationship, or
Okay.
Yeah.
things like
I was
that.
like, that's a little mean.
Well, maybe it is, but if you are somebody and your best friend just up and suddenly started doing drugs,
Yeah.
and
kept
she
trying
was
to get
trying
you
to
to try
get
it
you
or
to go do
whatever.
the same thing, yeah,
Yeah.
then you need to separate yourself from that situation, and you need to be grateful that you actually had the wherewithal to separate yourself from that.
Yeah.
Enjoy a technology holiday, which means put up all the gadgets. Read, write, cook, go for a walk.
Play games.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things to do is a board game.
I like board games, card games.
Yeah, games.
Yeah. What is that one right there? Get that one. You see it on top?
You mean Uno or the other one?
No, not Uno. Everybody knows what Uno is. I love the videos of people giving reverse cards. Are you familiar with The Princess Bride?
The film, yeah.
Yeah. All right. The Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Prepare to die. This game is hilarious.
So funny. It's similar to Apples to Apples.
Very similar.
You have a judge,
and
the judge chooses the card that wins.
Right.
There's a bunch of names that looks like a name tag. It says, "Hello, my name is," and then it's
right.
Julia Roberts or Tom Cruise.
I just remembered something when we were playing. I forget what it was, but we were in Florida and Shalon and Mother were on a team.
Oh, we were playing Cranium.
Okay, yeah, and Shalon.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you talking to me, and her mother said, "Well, yeah, I'm talking to you. Who else are we talking to?"
Let me give context to that. All right. One of the things that you can do in Cranium is to act like the person to get your teammates to guess who it is.
Right. Kind of like charades, but you're able to speak.
Right. Exactly. You can say phrases and things and try to talk like them. And one of who says that? The Godfather? Who is that?
It's in The Godfather, but it's Al Pacino's character says that.
Yeah. And
no, it's not The Godfather. No. That is the same movie where he says
hold on.
If you know the answer, put it in the comments.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe it was The Godfather, but I'm thinking
I thought it
say
was
hello to my little friend.
No, that's in the other one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Anyway, I thought I knew all this, and I just wanted to make sure that he's the one who had said that. You talking to me? And
it's Robert De Niro.
Oh, okay. Yes, Robert De Niro.
And I took Mother aside, and she's trying to explain to me, and I was like, yeah. You talking to me? And then she went, well, yeah, I'm talking to you. Like we're the only ones in this hallway.
That's so funny. Oh. All right. There.
Why are you giving it to me?
Well, because you're better at it than I am.
Oh, stop it.
You're better explaining.
Okay. So you get a name tag that has a name on it. And in the movie The Princess Bride, he's like, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. Prepare to die.
You killed my father.
You killed my father. Prepare to die."
Right.
So you have your cards that have the people on it, and then you have one that is drawn and laid in the middle. And everybody has to try to pick the right one to make the judge happy.
Right.
And this one is, "Hello, my name is Sherlock Holmes. You calculated my budget. Prepare to die."
And we were playing, and Shalon's youngest pulled a card that was Kevin Bacon. And the way she just did it, she was like, "Hello."
We had also just watched the movie Tremors. She had Kevin Bacon in her head. Yeah. And she came up with that.
She did a really good job, too.
It was funny. Yeah. Anyway, that's a great game to play.
Very much.
And have fun with your family, being thankful that everybody's around.
No, we are not sponsored by this game or the people that make the game. But hey, listen, if you want to give us a call or text or a message, something. Yeah. Leave us a comment.
Princess Bride is a beloved movie within the family.
Yes, very much so. So much so that I have a
art over here.
Over here, yeah. I'll take a picture of that and put it up.
So is Tremors.
Yes, Tremors is a good movie.
Yes. It's one of my favorites from when I was little. Even though I don't have favorites, that was one of them.
That right there was one of her ways of expressing gratitude, was to game together. Yeah. What do we have here?
I mean, nowadays, one of the biggest things is to actually get face to face with someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make eye contact and talk to them.
Yeah. Yes. And you were talking love languages.
Well, yeah, because I feel like, just like Dee and I with the thank you notes, I don't care to get a text. I'd rather get a text over a physical card.
Right.
Because then I have to decide what to do with this card.
Right.
I have to make a decision about something. When I already make 1,000 decisions.
Right. Decision overload.
Yeah. Maybe someone who loves chocolate covered cherries. Or, mother really loves chocolate covered cherries. Or like she loves Fifth Avenues.
Oh yeah.
Just buying someone something that that they enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gifts is a love language. So it's physical touch.
Yes.
So
yes.
Thank you.
Physical touch was on there as well, but it may not be a good idea to physically touch strangers, though.
Well, no, this would have to be somebody that you're familiar with.
Of course. Yeah.
Other than maybe shaking their hand or something like that.
Right. Patting on the shoulder or the arm.
Yeah. Well, and I think certain ways you can be more genuine, because if you shake my hand, there's this kind of a shaking a hand, and then there's this.
Yes.
Like this says something else.
It does. Have you decided which way you're going to lay now? Well, what about just spending time
with people?
We've talked about playing games and having a meal or getting a coffee. What if you just go for a visit or go for a walk?
Give someone a phone call.
Yeah, that's
have a
time.
Conversation. Mm-hmm. I know. Calling mother.
Mm-hmm.
Not talked so much on the phone in my life since moving up here. Well, maybe since I was a teenager, talking to my best friends or whatever. But
right.
But as an adult,
Yeah, it used to be mother would call me every Tuesday, and we would spend anywhere from 30 minutes, depending on if she had to go somewhere or if I had to go somewhere. We've spent 3 hours on the phone. Talking about just first one thing and then another.
Yeah.
Cooking and crafts and what's going on. And
I don't spend that long. But
Well,
Well, we talk.
30 or 40 minutes.
one thing that helps is that you can actually click speaker and set the phone down, and you don't have to be like this constantly.
Yeah.
Right. So
Or if you got an earbud, you can use your earbud connected to your phone.
yes.
That works too. Yeah, she and I we talk every Monday. And I called her yesterday to wish her happy birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
What
So I
did
did.
you looked something up?
I did. I looked up we have all these ways to be grateful of, people. But then I thought, okay, what does the Bible say about gratefulness
Okay.
and being thankful? And when I looked up I guess it was just a synapse of.
Here, let me take this. You mean a synopsis? A synapse is that
synopsis?
A synapse is that gap in your brain between your neurons.
Evidently, I need more of those. Synopsis, but it noted that biblical gratitude is deeper and more comprehensive response to God's goodness.
Okay. Yeah, because it feels like a lot of the gratitude that we've talked about is kind of superficial.
Yes. And, just being thankful not only for what is provided to you from Him, but also just like mentioned earlier, being thankful for people who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And doing the same for God.
Yes.
And one of the verses that it referenced was 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. And it says, rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances. For this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ever wondering what God's will is for you,
it's spelled out black and white.
1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. But I mean, I think that's important to think of too, I
think it is.
As a Bible believing Christian.
Well, I know that I am thankful for you guys, and I am thankful that we have the technology to be able to do this, especially with Dee Dee being in Tennessee and you were in Florida.
I was in Florida.
So,
yeah.
I mean, this is amazing. Could you have imagined us doing this? I mean, this technology was in Star Trek. Right? They could face to face in real time talk to people on Star Trek. That was the 60s and the 70s, and here we are today, and we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty awesome.
I'll bet Flynn is grateful for Shalon's lap to where he can sit and be comfortable and get pets and stare at his mommy.
Well, right now he's looking out the window.
Yeah.
Well, he was staring at you.
Yes, he was.
Like he was staring at you.
I think he tries to make her jealous.
Yeah.
So something that I remembered when we were talking that I want to bring up is with Christmas coming, something that we do and remembering people who are no longer with us and being thankful for them having been in our lives. We have certain Christmas ornaments that we hang on our tree to remind us of them this time of year.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
or
cool.
Even as something that I've done, I have had 3 miscarriages, and something that I will do if I'm just really down about it is I will light a candle for them.
Oh, yeah.
It's just little tea light candles and little tea light candle holders.
Yeah.
It's nothing spectacular, but at that, I was thankful that I could do that in that moment.
Yeah.
To help me feel better.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you know who Jarrell Carter is? I know you know.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a guy that we follow on Instagram. He is funny. He is hilarious.
He is a big, tall, muscular dude.
Right? Bodybuilder, yeah. Trying to do all this mobility stuff.
And he has absolutely no mobility.
Yeah. Anyway, he's a Christian, and he posted this quote, and I don't know where the quote is from because he didn't reference where the quote was from. But it says, how you know if you're ungrateful is if you focus more on what you do not have than what you do have.
Mm.
And he said, that hit me right in the face. And when I read it, that hit me right in the
I
face.
mean, it's just that when you're thinking of stuff that you don't have, it's just, you're grasping at nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because you don't have it.
There's nothing to hold on to.
Right. Yeah.
But when you're observing things that you do have, you can physically pick it up and touch it. I'm thankful for my sisters. I wish I could squeeze your face. But I can't. You know,
there you go.
But
no,
yes,
wait a minute.
I mean, that's huge.
That is very huge. If you are somebody that focuses on what you don't have and you're starting to feel envy and you're down and you're just depressed because you don't have whatever, you don't have a husband, you don't have children, you don't have a house that you would want to have, you don't have the job that you want to have or the car, then maybe think about, okay, yes, I don't have the car that I want, but I do have a car that gets me from point A to point B. Maybe you have a car that's very good on gas mileage. Maybe you have a car that it doesn't cost $700 to replace the tires. And when you focus on what you have, that you don't have.
You're focusing on positives, not negatives. You should never
Right.
focus on negatives.
Yeah, but
Yes.
like Shalon was saying, it's something tangible.
Sometimes we need that.
Yeah. Especially all the intangibles that we have in today's society.
Yes.
You know, with Facebook and the Instagram envy that people have for the perfect homes and the perfect bodies and the perfect outfits and the perfect house and you know, belongings. Yeah.
Well, the only thing I put on there is pictures of birds and mushrooms and flowers and
Squirrels.
squirrels. That's all I put on there.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I tell you what, I am envious of your eggs, though.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
They're pretty, aren't they?
Eggs. Yeah.
One of them in there is a freckled egg, too. If you look down as you're looking at the picture, the one like down to the left. Try to position them so you can't see the writing on them where we put the.
Oh, I see it.
It is. Yeah.
This will be on the screen. But they're pretty.
Yeah, they are very pretty.
Yeah, but yes, I'm grateful for the chickens. I'm grateful for the neighbor that contacted my husband and said, "Hey, we got a family emergency. We have to leave town. Can you take these?" There's a whole box full of little bitties.
Aww.
I do know on Friday, we went out to the mall and I took Shalon's girls with us because I went and got a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Rural King and was walking around. They wanted to look at
the baby chicks.
At the chicks, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Guess what we saw?
Would you see a naked neck?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
4 of them.
Yeah. They look funny, don't they?
Yeah. I said, oh, look, it's a chicken like Dee Dee has. Yeah, Turkin.
Yeah, a Turkin.
I said, is that what that is? And then I looked on the little label. It said Turkin. Yeah.
They're good.
She just needs a scarf.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's Turkin needs a scarf.
You can crochet her a scarf.
I'm going to get you a chicken scarf, Dee Dee.
Okay. Yeah. Now,
I don't know how much she's going to appreciate it, but
you'll have to post that on your Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, laughter is something I'm thankful for.
Yeah, me too. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. So I'm thankful that I have the ability to
laugh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to laugh at yourself when you do something stupid.
Oh gosh, yes. I'm always laughing at myself or my husband.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Children are wonderful things to be thankful for.
Yes. Even when they're grown.
Even though, yeah, it's really hard sometimes though. You know, when you're in the midst of
drama,
toddlers and you know, kids sick or teenagers, whatever.
Yeah.
I think
I am grateful for indoor plumbing.
Girl, preach.
And I am grateful to have indoor, clean, running hot and cold water.
Yes, we just got off a boil water advisory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I am grateful for my car. It gets me back and forth to work when I work. It gets me to the doctor's offices and to the store to buy the food or pick up the food. I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for the drive-through car wash. So I can drive through and let it wash my car and put the wax on it and everything.
especially nowadays.
Yeah.
And all this time of year up here,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of dirty cars.
That might be something that somebody says, oh, don't be silly. But
Well,
No, I mean, it's proven that it changes you.
yeah.
there's always going to be people who doubt stuff, and you're not going to get rid of them. I am grateful for comedies because I love to laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Music.
Definitely music. Yeah. We've talked about how music can
It changes moods.
can help you.
I am thankful that I can move.
Yes.
Movement also changes moods.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what are we going to talk about next week?
What's on the calendar?
We have nothing on the calendar.
What about
Next week is Thanksgiving weekend.
Do we
I'm
want
scheduled to work 11-hour days Saturday and Sunday, so I can't do anything.
All right, then we'll take the day off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good break?
Yep. And then we'll pick back up on the, what is that, the 8th?
The 8th.
All right. Well, that
Okay.
gives us almost 2 weeks to figure out what to come up with to talk about.
Okay.
All right. Well, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Thank you.
And we will talk to you in the group and see you in a couple weeks.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Lynn says bye too.
Lynn says bye too.